Well, we're in the Hepworth Wakefield. It's designed by Sir David Chipperfield, one of the largest purpose-built gallery spaces in the United Kingdom, and a wonderful set of gallery spaces built to house Wakefield's collection and the gift of sculptures coming from the Hepworth estate and our temporary exhibitions programme. The gift from the Hepworth estate is a body of over 40 sculptures that have come up from St Ives and we've installed here now in this gallery space.
At the core of the gift is a unique group of surviving prototypes for bronze. They're mainly plasters, but there are also some aluminium prototypes and a few wood prototypes as well. And these were the works from which the additions of bronze and occasionally aluminium were cast. Many of them very fragile, so it was very important to find a permanent home for them.
I think Barbara Hepworth is important as an artist because she found a new way of working in sculpture, and she really looked at new ways of making carvings, of thinking about the human form, and of making sculpture on a big public stage that people wanted all over the world.
I like her for her radicalism, for her refusal to conform when she was a very young artist emerging, and I like her role in a revolution, really. I do think she's an artist who the British public instinctively enjoy and look forward to learning more about as a result of the opening of this new museum.
I think this is such a specific collection that the impact is much greater seen as a whole, and as a sort of particular object of study it was important to keep them together.
When you're trying to understand the work of an individual artist, depth is very important indeed. I mean, the idea of as many works as possible coming to one place so they can all be studied together, they can resonate amongst the context that they all provide, seems to me to be very important indeed.
It's an interesting group of works that have been given by the estate to Wakefield because they're the plasters, they're not the finished works, but for Hepworth, working on the plaster was really important. She did it in quite an unusual way, she carved it back. So there is the sense that her hand was really on these pieces, and what you get here is a group of working models and different stages of work, so you're quite close to the artist here.
We're going to be placing the gift of plaster sculptures from the Hepworth estate within their social, political and working context by showing archive films, tools and materials from Barbara Hepworth's studio.
The significance of the gift really is that it sheds extremely important light on the working methods of Hepworth as a sculptor, and the putting of these works of art into the context of the Hepworth Wakefield collections as a whole is a very exciting moment, and the picture that emerges of Hepworth as an artist is all the more complete as a result.
We were really thrilled to work with the Art Fund, who uniquely as an organisation are able to achieve this kind of gift and to make them accessible to the public in perpetuity.
The Art Fund is Britain's fundraising charity for the arts. We're a membership organisation, about 80,000 people, and we use their funds to help us give grants to museums so they can buy works of art. The Hepworth estate decided that the Art Fund was a good way of channeling their gift to the Hepworth Wakefield. One of the things that we do is to provide a kind of conduit to bring works of art currently in private hands into the public domain.
For Barbara, the Yorkshire landscape clearly had a profound and lasting impact. It remained alive for her throughout her life. We felt that Wakefield was the most appropriate permanent home for the plasters. It was where Barbara was born and grew up.
We're deeply concerned about being embedded in the local community here and exploring Hepworth's Yorkshire background But at the same time, we're here to attract visitors from all over the UK and from abroad, to bring them to Wakefield and West Yorkshire and really allow them to discover just what a wonderfully inspirational region this is.
We hope that a whole new audience will come to her work who maybe hasn't had an opportunity to see it in any depth before. I think Wakefield's programme of working closely with contemporary artists is a very interesting one, and their responses to her work will be very intriguing.
I think it's fascinating to see contemporary practice in relation to these art historical precedents, and to see how the ongoing legacy of Hepworth is still manifest in what contemporary artists are doing.
It'll be good for Hepworth to be seen in somewhere so modern. I think the plasters will maybe look the same in the beginning, but as contemporary artists come to work around them and respond to them in the programme here, I think we gradually will change the way we think about Hepworth.
If the aim is to understand what made Hepworth tick and what made Hepworth's works significant, then I can't think of a better place to begin this new journey of understanding Hepworth's importance in the history of British art.